Today I'm drawing a winter wonderland, kind of a landscape action scene. So first, on my piece of paper, I need a horizon line. It's kind of hard to see where this paper ends and this one starts, I bet. I put this piece of tape there to kind of show, but it's a normal piece of paper. And then maybe, like the one I have at school, that if you're doing this, you will be able to color, cut, and paste these parts. Color them on a different sheet of paper, cut them out, paste them to a background. This is the color, cut, and paste holiday picture. Now, if you are at home doing this, you can just draw a good winter scene. You don't have to do all the cutting out and stuff. But this is kind of what I'm doing for you to have ideas of what you can put into your picture. I know I want a big Douglas fir tree. These are kind of zigzag, diagonal, and curvy lines. Here's my tree. Now this doesn't have to look very realistic. It's very cartoonic. You decide if it's night or day. If the windows are yellow, the lights are on. If the windows are black, the lights are off, and probably no one home. You can add little details to this, like your horizontal lines for your shiplath or layover board. That's kind of like the way my house is done. And then you don't need a sun in the sky, but you probably would need a moon if you wanted. You could put a snowman, small circle, larger circle, big circle. Draw the arms out like sticks. Maybe put a scarf, carrot nose, dots for mouth. If it's Frosty, he's got kind of a hat. And there's your snowman. So there are other things you could put into here that might make it look interesting, like a big candy cane. Because I think we're at the North Pole. I'm not sure. It depends on where you want your winter wonderland picture to be. We could put a star on this tree just to decorate it if you'd like. You could decorate your tree if you want to. But I think, to me, this says a winter scene. Now, this is a permanent marker. It probably won't bleed. Color is the next important thing. If I'm doing a winter kind of landscape, the sky is not going to be dark blue. It's going to be very light. So I'm going to pick up some light. And there is a little bit of gray in this brush, but that's okay. I want this to be really light. Do you notice I'm going side to side with my brush? Side to side. Please carry the color all the way to the horizon. Want it to be crisp, but don't overlap what you want to be white, because the snow needs to be left white. The carrot will be orange, so don't color it blue. You don't want it to be brown after all that. So you've got to color around things. And it's fine to have different hues, colors of blue here. It's kind of neat. It looks like a stormy, kind of wintry scene, because you know the wind blows. And that's what makes it really cold in the winter. It could be fairly warm, but if the wind is blowing heavy, then it feels a lot colder. The north wind blowing into us gets pretty cold. So I've got most of my sky finished. And I'm going to the next place. I'm going to let this dry and come back and finish this. But this is a good start to my winter wonderland landscape and action picture. Since most of us at school, I'm going to use markers to fill this in, or I could use crayons if I'm doing the normal color cut and paste, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to do with markers. So my Christmas shaped tree, or my Douglas fir conifer tree, is green. I'm coloring it in green, but I don't have to fidget too much with it. Really, just hit the outline and fill in some of the space, and it will come together really quickly. So if I'm just markering this in, you want to fill the whole thing in green on the inside and stay inside the lines. But if you're at home doing this with markers or paint, it's really quickly. So if you're going to paint with the markers, like these Crayola markers work really good for this. It's mostly filled in. You see some white. Take your brush and let that color get a little bit wet. Don't go outside the line like I did. Try to pick that up. I'll get a paper towel to do that with. But go ahead and blend this out. And so for the other parts, you need to acutely fill those in, whatever they may be. That one's gray. I thought it was red. I don't have red in this one. We go purple. That looks great too. Fill in every part. Now I'm about to show you the different pieces we have for this. If you're at school, I've already drawn and printed this out for you. You decide the colors of your house and what's going on in it. If the lights are on, the window would be yellow. You decide what color the smoke is, the house, the chimney. Leave the snow white. It needs to be white. The door should probably be a different color than the rest of the house. Let me show you the set if you had it here at school. So you would have a background like this, and it's shorter than this piece because this is cut to this size. I have this foreground that's usually a part of it, and there's some ice. And then I need to decide what parts am I cutting out. I've got my red house, I've got my sleigh, I've got a flag for the North Pole, I've got an elf, I've got a stocking shape. I also have Frosty the Snowman and some snow to go on the roof and some smoke to come out of the chimney. And even a chimney cap that would have snow on it, a candy cane, and then here is that foreground with the ice pond. So you would color, cut, and then paste to the background. Put the foreground down first, and then you can set everything on that. Color, cut, and then paste. You may get a really simple one if you're in kindergarten, and you can decorate and choose how those go. You'll need to draw the face on the snowman or snow woman, probably the arms and sticks. If you want, you can cut these out and stick them on. So this would be a color, cut, and paste to a blue background. If you're in the classroom and your paper is too big, like most of our paper is 12 inches, you just put this on to one side and then cut off the extra with your scissors. Cut straight up. Just cut it, glue it on, and cut it straight up that line next to it. And that's all you need to do. I hope you enjoy doing the color and cut and paste assignment. If you can't, if you're not at school, you might just draw your own winter scene. It doesn't have to do anything with Christmas. If you don't want it to, if you do celebrate Christmas, you can put those things in. You could have playing outside, throwing snowballs. You could build an igloo. You could do anything you can imagine in the snow. So just draw a figure, a tree, a house, and a background, some kind of scene that's going on only when it snows. Thank you. I hope you have fun.